Well, apparently, Hertz has suspended my driving account. Apparently, there is an unpaid bill from October 2023. But what's crazy is I've been driving since then multiple times, renting from Hertz, almost exclusively, right? So I went in today to rent a vehicle, a gas vehicle for a change, because typically I was renting an electric vehicle because that's pretty much all they have. It's like they seem to be phasing, just not Hertz, but people in general, they seem to be phasing out the electrical vehicles, right? I mean, they seem to be phasing out the gas vehicles. The electrical vehicles seem to be here, increasing, and are here to stay, right? But the gas vehicles, it seems to be hard to even get anything like that anymore, because gas vehicles seem to be the hot commodity right now. There's electrical vehicles left and right, people have those, but finding a gas rental vehicle, especially to ride share in, it can be tough, because those are the ones people want to scoop up. It doesn't make sense to spend 2 hours or 3 hours a day charging, waiting for lines, doing all this kind of thing, when you can just gas up in less than 7 minutes, fill up, and be good for the next 3 hours, right? So that's what's going on there. So apparently there is a bill of $293.92, something like that, that was not paid from October 2023. So apparently they were sending me letters, Hertz was, but I have not received one letter, nor an email or a phone call referring to any of this stuff. But apparently they're sending letters. First of all, who sends letters anymore? If you want to get a hold of me, text me, all right? Maybe if you have to, call me. Maybe if you even, can't do the call, maybe email me. But sending a letter, that's just asking for the letter to get lost. It's like, does USPS, does that even exist anymore? Do people get letters? Is that a thing? Anyways, so that happened. Apparently they're sending me letters, and whoever was in the letter department at Hertz, they're like, you know what? He's ignoring me. We're going to ignore him. So we're going to suspend this guy's account over here. So that's what happened there. So I went into Hertz today to rent a car, and they're like, I don't know what that is. I don't know why you're suspended. You're on DNR. I was like, do not resuscitate? They're like, nah, that's do not rent. Do not rent to. So they're like, I don't know what this is. It's a DNR. So here's a number you can call. I'm like, all right, bet. We'll get this done in like 20 minutes. Bet. Let's get it done. So I call this number. It goes to like a Trans World Solutions. And they're like, oh, I don't know about that. You're in a DNR. You're going to have to, talk to this other number, TSI. And so I call this number. They're like, oh no, contraire. You got to call Hertz, so they can give us the permission to open this. And then, okay, so I called the number for Hertz. It's like, oh no, we can't open the account because it's unpaid, and you're going to have to pay the collection agency. So I'm like, all right, give me the number for that. So I call the collection agency. Like, oh no, Hertz is really the one that you need to talk to get that done. So I'm like, all right, bet, give me the number for that. So I call Hertz. They're like, oh no, see, you're going to have to pay that. I'm like, all right, so what's the number for that? They give me the number for the collection agency. They're like, all right, so this is the number you need Hertz to call us to give us the permission to, your account is not open, but it is suspended. So Hertz really needs to give us permission. So I'm like, all right, so can I call the number, or does Hertz need to call? They're like, Hertz is supposed to call, but here's the number you can call us and just and Hertz, we can talk to Hertz over the phone and get this, squared away. So I'm like, all right, bet. So who am I supposed to talk to? What's the number? What do I say? And so I go into the Hertz manager's office, of this branch manager right here, or office manager, whatever. So I talk to her. She's like, I don't know about that. I haven't been trained on that. We normally don't do that. We don't do that here. But I can talk to him. So she talks on the phone with the lady, and the lady's like, yeah, so this is what the thing is. Is there anyone on the account, any clients that you can talk to that we can rectify this, because apparently they have certain clients that are on the list that they have to talk to. So the manager from Hertz, like listing out these names, and nothing's really connecting. And the lady from the collection agency, I guess it's Transworld Systems, she's like, no, I don't know any of those things. She's like, what's the POC number? I'm like, POC? I don't know what you're talking about, lady. So finally the manager from Hertz is like, you know what, I don't know what they're talking about. I've never done this before. I told you that we don't normally do that, and you're looking at me like you don't think I can help you. I'm like, you know what? I've been going around on the circle since about 9. It's been, almost 3 hours at this point. So yeah, that's what's going on here. That's the circle of love, the runaround, if you will, the ragamarole, the hubbub, all this kind of shenanigans and malarkey and stuff. So eventually I get my phone back from the manager, and I talk to the lady on the phone, and she's like, all right, give me a second. And then the phone hangs up. I was like, oh yeah, no. Lest someone goes postal up in this thing, I'm just gonna unplug my charger, grab my bag, and walk out. So that's where we're at right now. I tried with Hertz. We had a good run. I was a Gold Plus member, not just a Gold member, but a Gold Plus member. Triple Diamond, top of the line. Yes, sir. How can I help you? Thanks for being a Gold Plus member. But I don't know what the use is of being a Gold Plus member if when you're trying to rent a vehicle from a different section of it or a different branch, a different partition of it. You have the Uber side and you have the normal renters side. I don't know what use a Gold Plus Diamond 3000 member number is if you can't use it for all sides of Hertz. But it's not the employee's fault for this situation. It's just the system. It's just the product of the system. I don't fault anyone for it. It is frustrating. I don't want to take away from that right there, but I didn't raise my voice. I was asked my rental agreement number multiple times, which I gave it to him. I really attempted to speak in a nice professional tone, nice and slow and steady, repeating numbers, telling people the story multiple times. And the most frustrating thing was the dial by number or call by number, whatever it is. It's like the menu tree that you get into once you call the customer service numbers. And there's multiple customer service numbers, but they all seem to lead to the same tree. It's like all roads lead to Rome. It's like all numbers that Hertz would give me would seemingly lead me to this lovely, frustrating, number tree, which you'd get in there for this, dial this number. When you get into there, they're directing you to the website, which, you get to the website, you email, and of course you don't get the contact back. So it seems like there is still value in talking to humans, but almost with humans you still get into that tree of what they've been trained on. It's like the gap between what they've been trained on and what you need. There's like a very large chasm that really, shows its face when you have to get something specifically done that maybe other people have gone through, but I haven't seen anyone rectifying or completing what I've been through here. I was on suspension for an unpaid bill, and what normally happens is you go through Hertz, they give you the number to go to the collections agency. You pay the collections agency the $293, and then they give you a confirmation number which you can take back to Hertz, and Hertz gets that confirmation number and they're able to issue a rental car. But in this situation, since I was on suspension, apparently Hertz asked for the account to be closed, or it had been so long, October 2023, a lot of things happened in between then, that allowed them to close it. So I'm talking to the collections agency. They're totally confused. I'm talking to Hertz. They've never really dealt with this stuff before. So when it's all said and done, it's like, you know what? Both parties either don't know what's happening or are confused or have never dealt with this before. So it's like, you know what? It doesn't seem like anything is going to happen from this, you know? It's not, I mean, maybe it's called giving up, but maybe it's like, where can my time be used better? You know, I've spent about 5 hours at a Hertz location before working on getting a car. And, you know, just certain situations and experiences like this, it's like, do I really want to continue even though I'm a Hertz plus triple diamond member 3000? It's like, is this how you treat your, you know, I don't want to call them elites, I don't want to call them your best customers, but it is what it is. Eso sí que es, as they say in Spanish. You know, it is what it is. You know, maybe I should tweet this and perhaps someone at corporate can work this out. But until then, thank you for your business. Amen.